GM. How's everyone doing? Good to see you. Good to see all of you, and welcome to Bootcamp 3. Just to make sure I'm all loud and clear, can I get a GM in the chat or like the 100 emoji or like the fire emoji? That also works. That's good. Can we get GM emojis? GM in the chat. Hey Saurabh. Hey Trupal. Hey Rupa. Hey Pluto. Yeah, hey Lord Samurai. Good to see you. A lot of you are familiar faces who are in the boot camp 1 and 2. Nice. Thanks a lot, guys, for making time on Monday evening. And really appreciate it. We are officially into boot camp 3. We've been getting a lot of requests for this one. There's a lot of excitement for this boot camp because it revolves around design. And we have a lot of designers with us today. And good to see you, all of you. Yeah, we just wrapped up a Twitter space an hour or two back. There were a few of you there as well. So thanks a lot for joining. Uh, yeah, this is going to be the last boot camp in the series, and after that we start with we wrap up the challenges as well. So if you guys don't know already, just a quick nudge and reminder: tomorrow midnight is the last date to submit your challenge submission, which is like both design and dev, right? So both of them. So yeah, keep a note of that. Take a lot of insights from today's session and make the best use out of it. So without further ado, I'll just quickly introduce the guest for today, the mentor for today. That's Jeff Jaja. He is the creative director at Forward Research. I have a chance to work closely with him on a lot of projects. So all the creative design, user experience interface that you see around AO, and all the dApps around it, and the overall vibe of AO. That's all credit to Jaja for making it happen. So he's the man of the hour, and yeah, I won't take more time. So Jaja, the stage is yours, and yeah, thanks a lot for doing Bootcamp 3.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Looks like we got like a pretty good amount of people here. This is awesome. Um, so as Ash was saying, is that I do a lot of stuff at Ford Research. Um, Last thing, most of the stuff recently has been about AO. And with AO, that's kind of, taking Arweave's ideals, but maybe kind of spinning off of it, right? I think intentionally we went to kind of we tried to kind of make it a little bit more. I don't know. We had a license to have a little bit more fun with it. So um, yeah. So I'm just glad to be here, and yeah, let's kind of jump into what we're doing. I know that I don't know if you guys have been here for the rest of the workshops, but they built like I guess the code for actually making this thing work. So now we're gonna go in here and mess with the CSS. And but before we do that, I was gonna actually here. Let me screen share. Um, my Figma first. So usually, if I'm starting out design, I'm starting out with Figma, um, because it's usually the fastest way um to design, and CSS can be great too if you're like um once you have like the basic ideas down. So here's what we're kind of looking at. It's called the Blink blog. And it's a Medium style blog. So Medium is a website here. I can show you guys maybe my entire screen so this is easier. This is what Medium looks like. So it's a blog with a lot of different blog posts from different kind of genres. Um, if you go to their main site, there's like a for you following technology. There's filters up here. And I usually what I'm gonna try to do, because with this current Blake blog site, it's pretty basic. It's just like create and view your posts. So I'm gonna be specifically looking at this section to kind of gain inspiration, right? So I'm seeing like the hierarchy of like the author here. right? And I guess this is where he posted in. Is this like a it's kind of like a publication or something like that. And then here we have kind of like a bold title and a less bold detail. And then we have some informational stuff here and interactions that we can do. They have claps and comments, I believe. And if you can see, you can, when you hover over each one, there's these cool tooltips. So this would be kind of, be able to hover over and see more, being able to hover over bookmarks, see save, be able to hover over this to show less like this. These are just helpful things like in the UI to just make it like a smoother experience. But I'm curious. Okay, that's infinity screen. Yeah, this will also be for developers too, because I'm gonna be doing some CSS as well. But in the chat, if you guys are a developer, maybe can you guys drop a uh a devil emoji like this, just so I can get a sense of like who you guys are. And if you're a designer, you can do a juice box. And if you're both, you can put a devil emoji and a juice box. Cool. Okay, so a lot of devs. Okay, cool. Um, nice, nice, nice. So I can kind of talk your guys' language. Pluto is a designer, Rupa, attaching. Oh, whoops, that burped. um, okay, so we have some. Okay, Yash is both. Trupal's design. Okay, so we got a pretty good split here. So I'm gonna go look back at my screen share. So like I said, so now we gained some inspiration, right? We kind of looked at the medium. Now I kind of want to look at some other ones, okay? Because what we're going to try to do is not get too influenced by the thing that we're actually making, which is medium. Now we're going to try to gain some other inspiration. Maybe let's look at some different blogs. So now we have some Verge. So it's a different type of hierarchy, right? Where you have the title above the author and then kind of informational things with comments. Um, that's one way they display it, kind of like this preview. Okay, kind of getting a sense. And it's what's interesting with their homepage is that okay, they're showing their top stories, they have their big feature like this, and then they show, most popular here. This is much more, I would say, it feels um, like I don't know where I am, but kind of in a good way. It kind of takes you on this journey. There's more of like a fun kind of layout to this. Medium was a bit more straightforward, where you scroll down, there's just blog posts and just a sidebar. The Verge feels a bit more kind of colorful, more playful. That's kind of their style, even with their like font and everything like that. It's kind of like this abstract kind of VERGE. So that would kind of gonna go into like when we're looking at Blake blog. Let me see if you guys can see this. Okay, you can. Okay, so Blake blog. So that's the name we're working with. So the first thing maybe I would do is try to kind of like give this thing some personality, right? Like give this a direction to where we want to go. I have no idea where this is going to go. So maybe we could play with stuff like Comic Sans, right? I don't know. Maybe it's like a very fun blog. Let's give it a fun kind of feel to it. Okay? So Blink blog. Maybe let's pull this out, put frame it, and then now this is kind of like maybe where we can kind of play around with the idea of it. So Blink blog's fun. Um, Maybe we kind of go like this. We can put like a logo beside it that's kind of a weird shape or something because it's fun. Like this. Like that. I'm thinking maybe. So I have no idea where this is going to go. So right now I'm just kind of playing around and seeing where this kind of takes me. This might turn out just horrible, but it also might lead us somewhere. I don't know. I'm just playing around with shapes. Um, and okay, maybe if this was like that, and maybe there's like multicolors here. Like this can be red, the rest can be blue. Sorry, developers. I kind of need to do this first because this is going to kind of determine the rest of the look is the logo. This really helps me just decide like, okay, where are we gonna take this? Uh, so okay, so I'm gonna maybe give this like a, I don't know, yellow. Okay, let's just say this is this is our starting point. Maybe not Comic Sans, okay? Maybe instead of that, we just kind of go around here. Uh, this is kind of interesting. It's kind of like The Verge, right? Where they kind of have these kind of incomplete things around it. Oh shit, where did I go? There you go. So maybe I will go like that. The put some like lines here, maybe. Okay, okay. I don't know. Okay, let's just use this as our logo, okay? And that. Okay, get rid of this. This is a great starting point. This is good enough. Okay, and then I'm gonna put in here like blog. I don't know why it has. Oh, I see. I don't want it to kind of mess up the bottom frame here. Let's move that like that. Okay. Okay. So that's a great point. I'm just gonna check in on the chat, see where we're at. Um, Comic Sans, yeah, change the font. Okay. I have a quick question for an existing art. Someone wants to continue to give you and submit the design for Hack House. Okay. Are you guys feeling it? You getting good vibes from it? Put like 100 or thumbs down if you absolutely hate it. Um, cool. Second B can be like decent. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean like it's good enough for now. It kind of gives us a vibe, right? Um, so now that we have a vibe, we kind of this. First step in here was connect wallet, and then sorry, you guys can't see. Okay. I think from the connect wallet, then once you connect, then you can view the different posts. So this, I think what I would kind of do is I kind of like it when there's no land like a blog site. As you can kind of see like from The Verge and Medium, they kind of just bring you right into the content. So I think having no blog page when you first get to the page, and ideally in a perfect world there will be just blog posts global from like everyone on the site, but I think right now they don't have that, but we'll worry about that after. So you have to connect your wallet. And then display a bunch of blog posts that you've created. I'll actually show you what it currently looks like. So you have your welcome page. Actually, I'm going to screenshot this. Um, and you have your list of things here. You can also create things. But okay, I have to run it. Hold on, guys. This is in the run dev. Okay, view posts. Okay, here we go. Right. So right now it's like you click into it and welcome to the party is the contents of the blog. And then you have your title, your transaction ID, and your author. So we can kind of restructure this, right? Similar to how this kind of looks, or maybe this kind of looks. Um, Actually, I'll ask you guys, what do you guys think? Yeah, exactly. Paste the screen. Great. What do you guys think you like better? How The Verge has posts or Medium? Verge, Verge is modern. Cool. Yeah, I think Verge is different, right? Um, a bit more, a little bit more pop. I feel it fits our brand that we've created for Blink Blog, which is more fun. Um, so with that in mind, so they have like really bold text, right, to show the title, and they have maybe a numbering system, kind of like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. So maybe I'll take some inspiration. I'll also screenshot this. Um, I'll share my screen so you guys can see this. Yeah, sorry. I always have to like turn it on and off. Um, okay, so I'll post my screenshots here. That's my key file. Don't want to do that. Okay, so this is The Verge. This is kind of currently what it looks like. Maybe I'll crop it so it's not so abrasive right now. So you just get that. Okay. Um, this right now, I can get rid of all this auto layout stuff. That's gonna mess with us. So I have a container here, and there's this thing called auto layout in Figma that basically makes it easy. It's kind of like the flex box essentially in CSS, so that when you are ready to like what you call it export for the devs, it's all going to be applicable to, or you're able to like share this actual CSS because you're using kind of like the flex box kind of stuff in here. So I made a frame inside of here, but now I want to kind of create maybe a box for which our first post could kind of look like. So let's say if it's this GG, this one, okay? Yeah, the title, let's make a better title, okay? This is not a good title. Let's create one. Here. Nikon's new sensor. Let's do that. And then let's go in here, find yoink. There we go. Create that post. Perfect. I'm a great writer now. Okay, so this is what the post would look like. Nikon's new has the world's partially stacked CMOS sensor. Perfect. And then when you click in, here's the description. All right. So let's copy and paste this into the Figma. Hopefully you guys can still see this. You can. Okay, good. Copy and paste this in. Okay, so that's the title now. Fuck. Okay, just put it there. Okay, so maybe make the auto layout Nikon's new 2500 Z63 has the world's first partially stacked CMOS sensor. Okay, so if we're going to go off of the Verge, right, what that was kind of looking like, usually Enter is like a really good, solid, modern font that I usually would kind of default to. So putting that to auto, so it's, you know, not so much spacing. 22. Let's make it really black, like that, right? Okay. That's kind of like the Verge, right? And then maybe let's try this. I don't usually do black, but let's try it. I don't know if this is true black. It's probably not. Make this, you can just like kind of use this as a starting point, all right? It's pretty close. Interestingly enough, black is, yeah, maybe extra bolds. Okay. Okay, maybe make these same color. Let me adjust this. Um, okay, cool. All right, let's use this. Okay, that's cool. Okay, it was worth it. Okay, starting to develop here. Okay, a certain style. Right, and then they use the pop of color, so we don't have to use that same color. We can take our own kind of version. So this will be the author. So in this case, it was Anon, right? So let's say, I don't know, let's go for Dum Dum Green, something like that. Maybe we can just do all uppercase, same as, maybe we can make it by Dum Dum. And they made it a lot smaller and less bold. Okay. Too small. Yeah. Okay, so this article is made by Dum Dum. And we have, okay, so informational. So we can put the transaction ID maybe. We can do one of these, right? Where it's a truncation. So VL, turn uppercase off now. And then we can do a truncation and mux go. I think that's what it was. Okay, cool. And then we make this like a tertiary, I think that's what's called tertiary importance. So we kind of make it like this, kind of off. Since we're using green, we can do like this off gray green. Sometimes it's like good to go, not just gray, but a little bit tinted of the color you're using. Kind of like sometimes with white, it's good to do that too. Yeah, it just makes it a little bit more natural. Okay, cool. And it kind of makes all the font like kind of go together as well. We'll hug this. So this will be your transaction. I think also what's important is with especially blogs and stuff like that, you definitely need the time. So this was posted like 25 minutes ago, right? And I used this kind of like really good icon library that's called Phosphor. And then we'll put like time. Okay. So um, we'll double click that and we'll put that over here. I should be using styles, but I'm lazy. Okay, that looks not bad. Ah, and they use these kind of like this like little separator, so maybe I can just draw a line. By the way, I'm like straight ripping off Verge, right? But this is just a starting point. Who knows where it's gonna take us? We're not really caring about, oh, this isn't me, or this, I'm ripping off this person. It doesn't really matter because it's gonna change a lot. There's gonna be someone else that kind of looks at this later and is like, I don't like that, and then they're gonna want to change something as well. And then eventually it will just kind of breathe a life of its own, right? So I think in the beginning you shouldn't worry at all about like this isn't me, this isn't like my creation. Who cares, you know? Eventually it's gonna end up your own creation. Like to be honest, this looks nothing like The Verge, except this part. Um, but that'll change anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, anyway, so I think we're not going to add a filter system, but I think we're going to kind of think of this as kind of like we're going to sort by maybe most recent. Okay, there'll only be one filter. So maybe we'll kind of, I don't know, um, we'll have, so this is my one component, and then now I can kind of imagine multiple of these. So I'm doing a kind of auto layout here. I'm just playing around with different kind of alignments within this. Maybe by 3, we do max 3, and then we pull this in so it kind of matches the max width here. Um, yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good. Let's say we display 6 for now. We're not going to be able to design a whole site. That'll be insane. So I'm just going to go do this for now. That'll take like way too much time. Maybe I'll do this. Hmm. How can I make this work? There we go. I see. Oh, okay, okay. My bad. Yeah, I mean, and then like, later on, you could have like maybe a feature on top here where it takes up um more of the container, right? Okay, okay. I got to let me make this auto. How would this work? I would have to make the max width. Okay, I'll just do this. Get rid of this. Okay. Fill. Can fill. Then pull this and to fit better. Something like that. Okay. Yeah, maybe this top one could be like a feature, right? Turn the gap. Nope. Oh, there's gap on top. Ah, there we go. And then hug it. There you go. Um, yeah, so this one on top can be more of a big feature. You can imagine like, I don't know, some sort of feature like this. You make it a little bit more off, black, this color. Yeah, that's cool. And then maybe, like there's like a featured image for this one. Um, let's see. Camera Nikon. Let's see. We could use this. So you can literally like copy images and then paste into Figma, kind of like this, and then shrink it 200. And then I use this thing called remove background a lot. And it's really easy. Oh, okay, well that was easy. Remove background. There, not web version. Just kind of does it within Figma, which is great. Just checking in, guys. Yeah, we don't have the value time posted, but I would like that. So this is where, the process in which I annoy developers as a designer because we're like, hey, we're trying to ship this to like regular consumers, and then developers like, ah, but then getting the time is I'm gonna have to write that out and etc. like that. Um, yeah, I could make it a component. I don't like. Yeah, thanks, Ropats. So designers will be like, oh, would it be cool if you could just like filter it by, this insane thing, and the developer will be like, oh my God, now I'm gonna have to build that because it's so easy for designers to just kind of dream it up, like I am, just like, oh, this would be cool. Oh, this would be cool. This would be cool, and then because I'm not thinking about, oh, it's gonna take this long to build, but that's kind of the beauty of design is our job is to kind of push the developers to pull out their hair, you know? Yeah, when designer gets creative, developer be like shit. Yeah, exactly. But this is the thing. I think this is like a good thing, and I think as developer or designer, you have to be able to kind of convince the developers as well, and it kind of helps that I know CSS, right? So I can be like, you know what? Yeah, build function. I'll just like do all those micro changes, like move the margin over like 5 pixels, etc. Yeah, designers heaven, developers nightmare. Right, exactly. But you know what the funny thing part is, the developer's nightmare is actually a consumer app with good UI UX. Because UI UX is so finicky, right? It's just like, moving stuff to the left, moving stuff to the right, adding these things like feedback and tool tips and what happens if this happens? What happens if this happens? It's a developer's nightmare. Because it becomes not just a hobby app, but something that people can actually use. That's what kind of designer's job is. How do you get to know the color combination so well? You have to kind of, it's just taste. I don't know. You kind of have to, um, you have to just look at websites, like kind of what I've been doing, here. Just being a fan, honestly. Um, and just having some taste, like going in here, being like, okay, thinking about what do I like about this and what's making this work, you know? And usually it's using less color, right? But having one pop, color. See, like here, there's not much color going on. Most of the color is coming from the actual picture and the author, and then this star thing. And you use color to kind of, say, hey, press this thing. But thing is that you have to really um, worry about hierarchy. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. Um, but yeah, you have to really worry about just in terms of what do you want people to click. So right here, as you see the full list, see more topics, this, and its colors used like as one of your tools in your toolbox alongside weight, like font weight and um, font style and stuff like that. This is to convey just what, aesthetic and things you want the users to feel. I believe that answered your question. Oh, I was sharing the wrong thing here, but anyway. No, I don't know anything about color theory. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't sharing the entire screen. My bad. Um, but yeah, like color theory is kind of you can study it and stuff, but it's not it doesn't really matter. It's like music theory for musicians. You don't really need to know music theory. You just need to know how to make music, right? And music theory can help, but it doesn't. It's not the most important thing. Most important thing is taste and building a lot and designing a lot. Then you start to get to know which works together, essentially. And people saying, "I like this" or "I hate this." Yeah, I pause screen share, so you're good on that. I'm gonna start screen share again. This time entire screen. Okay, cool. So back into the Figma. So, okay, it removed it. Awesome. So now I'm going to, in Figma, this is like my favorite hotkey is Shift A. That'll make this auto layout and group it all together. That'll be like a div inside of when we port this over. Okay, so we have that. We go like this. Okay, maybe we have it kind of like this. We center it. Um, you could have the image bigger, maybe. Yeah, you can maybe fill and so they're equal widths. I don't know. Could be cool. I guess this is a camera site. um, People really love cameras on Blink Blog. Maybe give some separation here. And obviously we can kind of extend this because there'll be, some sort of a scroll down. Okay, cool. So this is kind of like a really good start for our kind of app. I won't worry about this. This was just for fun. This feature section, like the number one. Maybe this can be like the latest, like 2 minutes ago. It's gonna be like 35. Okay, this is going by when it has been posted. So Blink is about what is the latest thing being posted. There's no type of hierarchy of like, likes or something like that. We're just gonna make it by most recent. I think that's a good metric here. Okay. Any questions before I start implementing this in the CSS? This might be hard to do fast, but I'm gonna try my best here. Let me look back. Any questions? Any concerns? Cool. All good. Okay. So, now we're gonna dive into, let's see if we can actually do this in the CSS, right? Make sure my local host is working. It is. Awesome. So first of all, I'm gonna try to make this logo. And try to put this into a proper vector file. Okay, there we go. I mean, this is so choppy. I didn't. It's kind of cool. Oh, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Uh, oh, it's kind of cool. Good enough. Maybe fill in some of these just for fun. Sure. Export this. I think I made it worse, but it's fine. Oh, that's kind of. It needs to feel like fast. All right. Maybe like that. This is terrible, but whatever. This is not the main point. The main point is the UI. Okay. This is my desktop, by the way. I never delete anything on my desktop. That's uh that's my secret sauce. Never delete off desktop. Ew, react.svg. Okay. So I'm gonna put this vector. Did I export correctly? It did. Okay. We'll put it in the public. Okay. Well, maybe we can like replace the favicon too later. I'm gonna try to find the nav here. Okay, so header. This is like a handy thing. Developers know this, but if you command click this, you can just go into here. So it's a cool way to navigate in like VS Code. Um, so okay, here's the link for the logo. And since we're using feet, I forget how you do this. Can you just do this and just pass in the image? I believe you can. We'll just create our own alt blank block, right? Logo. I hope you can just pass it in like a. Yeah, can I just pass in like guys, can I just pass in? Oh my God, I didn't share the screen again. Oh my God, sorry. I was doing God's work there. Okay. Okay, maybe you guys can help me with this. I can just pass in like just a URL here, right? In Vite, and it'll work in VS Code. Okay. Let's rename this. So hopefully you guys see this now. Uh, blank blog. So this is what I mean about designing recklessly. See, I don't even show you guys the screen. I don't even care. You know what I mean? As long as the product is nice, it doesn't even matter. Okay, maybe I'll just do this. Oh, that works. So I don't have to ever click end screen share, and you'll just have to live with the infinity. So I guess this would be home directory. I don't think you have to do that. Link, blog, logo. I think that's how you do it. Sorry, I'm not a good coder. Yay, there we go, it works. See, I can code. You guys said programming is hard. It's not hard at all. What are you talking about? So now we can put in, some of their stuff in the header. Okay, so I guess I can show you guys this. When you pass it off to the devs, there's like a dev mode here. Yeah, right here. Um, how do I remember this? Oh, do I have to move this? Hold up. Prototype. Da, 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 da. I have to move this file to. I swear I'm a professional. We have to move this to a better place. I'll just move into AO just so I get the features, the dev features. There we go. Okay, so like I was saying before, because you use auto layout, it gives you all your CSS. The thing is here I use padding. Usually I should probably use a max width instead. Yeah, let's maybe I can do a max width. I think that's how you oh, okay, I see what you did. Let's say 800 pics. Let's see what that looks like. And then I just saved it. Oopsies. Ah, perfect. Ah, that's the actual header itself. Okay. No, I need the box inside the header. Would that be this? I don't like this because it doesn't like autocomplete this style, but that's fine. Maybe not. Okay. I don't know. That's not important. Let's just get the basics down here. Let's just change the header color. Background. So, I could be using variables and all that kind of stuff, but I'm a designer. We don't need to do that. Nav. Uh, it's also because I just, we don't have a lot of time, etc. I mean, it would be good, like like saving this, for instance, and not having to use it over and over, but I'm just not familiar with this project. There we go. Okay, we have a nav bar. Yay! Yeah, it is an enlightenment session. You really understand. Yeah, you can use the plugin. I just find that the plugin and stuff, it's just so hard to customize, and it's just easier to kind of, and also with this is that I have to implement it into this code base. So this is like a very different, thing, like from Ropats or whoever made this before. Um, I'm kind of having to integrate my CSS into here. So I find the plugin I never use, actually. Um, the only plugin I do use is kind of the HTML to design plugin, which basically after we deploy this, we can basically, that's how I got this version before. But you can put this in and it imports like the design and it has all the auto layouts and everything. So what I do is I'll deploy it from the dev side, and then I'll use this plugin to kind of import that into Figma and then edit from there. I find that that's probably been the best process for me personally. Yeah, I mean, Anima is okay. I don't know. I never had the need to use those plugins. I find that in a real world scenario where you work with actual devs and you ship real products, I find those things just kind of get in the way, you know? It's kind of like components in Figma. I just never use them. I think components are handy when you are starting to build like you have thousands of users and you're trying to gain that extra 1% and you're adding features and features and features. Then componentizing things is worth it later on. But at first, I feel like it's just build fast, ship things, you know? Um, and then maybe your shitty app just doesn't work, right? And then what's the point of like componentizing it if it's not even have as many users, right? So that's my hot take. Cool. I'm still sharing. I'm never clicking end share again. Okay. So we fixed the nav, kind of. Now let's go to the let's see, home. Okay, I'm just looking at what they've done. View post button. Okay, they put it in white. Or is that black or white? That's black. Okay, so this will have to be white. White. Because I'm gonna change the whole div to black. I wonder if because this contains all the routing, I wonder. No, it doesn't. I see, I see. Ah, what can I do from here? Maybe I can just do this. And then I'll just take where the hell I did here. Da, 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 da. What did I do? Oh, I just did black. Oh, I don't like that actually. Maybe if we did like this, I think that looks good. Let's do 133. Yay! Getting closer. How's that look, guys? Code quality. Yeah, that's why afterwards, deep pull Harker, that's why you go in later and fix all my mistakes. That's your job. Just kidding. I mean, I'll go in after and refactor, you know? But really, I'm just trying to create something that people use. That's my only goal. Okay. So now let's break this down. So how are we going to get this into this? That's a good question. So maybe what I'm going to look at is because I'm not really familiar with the code base. I'm just trying to figure this out a little bit. So I'm trying to think of, okay, how are they? I'm just looking at from this side of like, oh, okay, so they're using some sort of flex and it's column base. So as I think I did flex wrap. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, would you put wrap here? I forget. I don't know. I forget how you do flex wrap. Let's see. Flex wrap. Ah, okay, easy enough. Flex wrap wrap. There you go. So that was kind of what I did in the Figma. Where was I? Let's look at this. So this is that div that I did. So we're gonna have to try to make it a wrap. But then at the same time, do I want to make it like, because if it's not the right width, then it's going to, or right, is it what, right? Is it going to, yeah, it's going to like do that. And I kind of want to keep this like fixed where it always stays like this until it hits like a certain what you call it, min width. Hmm. You could do like grid style. Whatever. Let's just do flex wrap for now and see where that lands us. Let's go back to dev mode. Just to, right. We just set a hard width. Yeah, we can just set a hard width. Let's try that. Cool. Sorry, I'm just thinking in my head. That was, I think this would be view. And let's figure out which div is which div. So reset this. And let's start playing around. Let's flex wrap, wrap. See if that works. Let's see what this is. Okay, right. No, not the right div. Is it? I see, because these divs are not in the same. I don't know if we need to do welcome to the view page. It's kind of lame, right? We would need to put all these posts into a div, basically. So let's do that. Style equals styles dot all posts, I guess. All posts. Cool. Display, make sure we got all the standards, you know. Flex, flex wrap. Well, that's kind of good. It's giving me the. Was that how I do that? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see. So now, perfect. It's wrapping. Yay. And maybe we can make it. How do we? Let's see. Flex shrink. I think the flex shrink actually makes it. Oops. Flex shrink. It's a lot of trial and error here, guys. That's all it is. um, justify. Needs justify content. Let's make sure just align content, line items. Okay. We just use center line items. Center. How do center div? We did it. Did I pass the dev test? Yeah, we could do grid. It's just I'm too lazy. Yeah, I'm hypnotizing you to think I'm a good designer. Okay. Okay. We centered the div. Perfect. Um, cool. And that has interesting behavior, right? Because we have three. I think that works out because I didn't even think about like what happens if you have an odd number or whatever. It kind of worked out like that. So now the thing is with these, okay. So now I have the right proportions. Let's give it some style. Okay. Hello world. Let's see. We'll just font family and stuff later. That's not really necessary. Font family. Post heading. Okay. Post content. I don't know what post content means. Oh, that's the author. I would. How do you do this? What's the hotkey again for this? If I want to replace all these, post author. Oh my god. Okay. Yay! It's the right color. And I wonder, is this using, oh, because it's H3. Right, okay. So then we can go back and here, H38. Font weight would be, so I like CSS files like this because there's actual autocomplete. Okay. Make it fuller. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Arial. This Enter will all automatically make this all look way better. That's okay. But now we need to make Anon that right dum-dum green, you know? So what I would say is what I would do. Okay, I changed it to post author. Right, okay. Oh, I see. We'll change that after. It's not just post author. My bad. See, I'm dum-dum. I'm dum-dum. So I'm not using my design as, what do you call it, as my religion. I'm kind of keeping it loose in the beginning because it's probably going to change once I implement it into here, right? Wow, it's like the Matrix. Yeah, I'm not making it as religion. I'm gonna maybe do. I like the style of making all authors uppercase. Um, forget how you do that. Font, text transform to uppercase. Right. Text transform. I love uppercase, especially as that accent can really make things great. We don't want this for obviously the transaction because we want it to be, but for the actual author, let's make it uppercase. Okay, so and then let's add these little biddies into here. I can actually copy the SVG or export to SVG. Timer. Perfect. So, right, we're gonna need another div. Right. I see. So you're making a link of all of these. So if you click that, okay, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm just gonna leave that be. But what I'm gonna do is put these in a div. No, do I need that? No. So I'm thinking in my head. So that's why if you see me not doing anything, it's because I'm thinking. I'm looking at the flex box in my mind, like the matrix. This is the transaction ID. Okay, cool. And then maybe it puts image here. Source. You know, I know this. I know this. Timer.svg alt equals timer icon. I don't know if that's the right terminology, but how did we do it again? Ah, we truncated it, etc. Gotcha. And then we have the time, 10 minutes ago. We're not actually fetching it yet, but some developer somewhere is going to do it. I think this will automatically put it all in one row. And maybe I can export this as a SVG. That'd be cool. This would be really embarrassing if this is, okay, it is sharing my screen. Okay. Okay. Not bad. We need to do some flex direction stuff. Okay. Love for the flex. Styles dot, what is it? Post information. Yeah. Info for short. Info. Uh-huh. Hopefully this is not boring. Um, I'm trying to go as fast as I human possibly can, but you know, I'm only human. Oh, it's not even flexed yet. Come on, bro. It's not even flexed. Not even flexed yet. Yeah, sorry, my prettier isn't on, but whatever. Ah, fuck, okay, that's gonna bother me. Okay, good. Let's look back. 10 minutes ago. We need to we need to make this its own post ID. We're getting there, guys. We're getting closer. It's just wrangling with this, you know? It's not an easy task. I'm trying to get this color. I'm gonna check back on you guys in a minute. Hopefully you guys aren't asleep. Let's see. Yeah, let's make it so it's tiny. I like making things tiny, and everyone hates that, but Well, I like tiny things. What can I say? Okay, that maybe that's too tiny. Post author. Why isn't the font size? Oh, okay, because I'm adjusting the other thing. Post author can be bigger. What are you? Come on. 14. Um, and then this 10 minutes ago, though. Yeah, maybe we can make this. Well, I mean, we should make this its own div here. Style equals styles dot post ID. I know it's not the right nomenclature here, but oh, I can literally just make this all one div. Sorry, you often get in these. But then post ID needs to not be uppercase. Ah, but none of it needs to be uppercase. Cool. See, this is a lot of just wrangling this. Then I'm not really sure how to truncate this. I think we'll have to write some sort of algorithm to truncate this post ID, but I'm not going to do that right now. It'll take too much time. But yeah, this is kind of where we're at. I'll check in on you guys, see how you guys are feeling. Command D to select. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted. Thank you. I'm not going to end screen share. Here. There we go. How you guys feeling? Put 100 if you're still alive. Yeah, it's coming along. It's definitely coming along. I'm trying my best to do this like super fast. I don't know how long we have here. Ropats, how long do we have for this workshop? Maybe like 10 more minutes. I'm trying to do it as fast as I can. Okay, I'll do 10 more minutes. But yeah, cool. All right. I'll do 10 more minutes for you guys. And then I have to get back to work. So let's look here. Where are we at? How far can we go with this? Right. It's not like completely going to the edges here. We have a separator div. Okay, I think I mean, it's a little thing, but honestly, I think even if we have that, I think it's worth bringing in here. I'll save it to desktop because that's what we do. I think this is it. Separate. How do you spell separate? Oh, divider. I know how to spell that. Divider. View, divider, image. 10 minutes ago. Divider. Right. Now we can give that whole div some gap, essentially. So what is that div called again? It's called post div. No, it's not. I'm lying. It's called post info. Okay. Gap. We do 12 picks. That's too much. Do 10. Not bad. We go back to 14. You know what? I'm going to look back at what we have here. 22. The header. Okay, font size 22. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. We're going to need to kind of make this do our bidding with, I don't know, 200 picks. Let's do that for now. Very good. Very good. I want to create one more because this is really annoying me. That is 3. Let's see. Oh my God. Let's choose another Verge thing here. U.S. sues Adobe for deceiving. Perfect. Perfect article. Let's take some content to the Justice Department. Okay, yoink. Yeah, well, I mean, this is all fucked up because we changed this thing, but do that later. I don't even know if this posted. Let's see. Maybe not. Maybe read it next time. U.S. sues Adobe for deceiving. The U.S. government. Does anyone care? You can just do this to find out what actually is happening. Did post? Post? It posted. Error. Who knows what happened? Well, who cares? So let's make the max width so it fits a little bit better there. Okay. All posts. Max width. Maybe I can use this as an example. Okay. Let's see. 600 picks. Like this. Okay, let's see what happened here. Right. So I made that. And then this needs to I want to max width this, not that. Okay. Want to max with the whole parent div. And then probably we'll have to align, I think it's align items. I don't know why. Line items, center, and then main. Ah, I see. No, I think, what did I do here? Oh, that's stupid. This whole div needs to fill the whole. No, it's. I need a div within the div because this needs to be the full thing. But then the div that contains everything needs to be max width. That makes sense. Yeah, CSS is kind of like this very unruly. Mostly just trial and error type thing. Sorry, just concentrating right now because I'm trying to get to the finish line here. 600 picks. Okay. See, I'm a genius. Let's get rid of these horizontal rules. I mean, it's it's not doing exactly what I want it to, right? Because really we wanted this to kind of grid style is probably the best approach. Especially if we keep the same aspect ratio per each thing. Funnily enough, I think grid would probably work the best. But I think this is, good for now. Let's see. Check the view page. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to fix this though. Guys, how do I make this into a grid? Can someone share me the CSS? I want it to look like this. This, so it's like kind of we're able to maintain these same aspect ratios and able to kind of have these two columns at all points. Would you guys know how to do the grid? If not, I'll look it up real quick. Yeah, it's a grid template. Grid. Grid auto columns. No, it's grid template columns. Yeah. Right, it'd be one FR, one FR. Yeah, because that'd be one. It'd be like fillet all posts. Would it be display grid like this? One FR, one FR. Would that be the right syntax? I need this. Oopsies. Be the right syntax for this. Display grid. What would be the right grid template columns? Because we just want it to fill, right? Yay! See, we are smart. Told you guys. And then we can do gap, right? We do like apex. How much gap does the rest have here? Oh, that's not good. To get rid of this max width stuff. Get rid of that for now. And how is it determining? So this isn't going to, right? So we need to like maintain the heights of everything. I'd want all the aspect ratios to be 1:1. And I think literally you do like every post would have to have an aspect ratio. I think this is a new CSS thing. I don't know if this is gonna work. But let us see. Yay! Kind of works. So it's just saying maintain the same aspect ratio, right? Regardless of what is in it. Right. And then we would need to make this whole thing here, since it's filling to the biggest, how big the div is. You can control how big these boxes are by adjusting the style of this. So we could go, it's this max width div here. Yeah, CSS, it's no straightforward way to do it. It's not, it's kind of different than the rest. Like if we put height 100 pixels, I think this would adjust. No, it wouldn't. I don't know how we adjust the height of every single column, you know what I'm saying? I think if we go here, something like this. Something like that. 500 pixels, 500 pixels, 250, 250. Yeah, sure. And you just make overflow hidden. And there you go. Let's make that bigger here. See, told you guys. It's easy. So we make overflow hidden on all the post divs. There you go. So we have no overflow. Perfect. But then what would we do to kind of like fix this problem? Yeah, the thing is, I don't like that. Like, I think this is the height. Then it'd be like 200. I don't know. I don't know how to do grid. But yeah, this is a great start. Weakest raw CSS. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Tailwind is. The thing is like, okay, with Tailwind, it's like you can get a product out, but doing any customization or anything like that becomes so hard. It's just a whole different language you have to learn how to like learn how to customize and stuff. But yeah, but like it's for saying for something like this, like for instance, is that our needs are is that we need to have every single thing the same width, and we want to keep the same ratio regardless of what's in here. So if this has um like this, it's like but then it's like, oh no, now we have this problem. So now we have to kind of have this somehow go all the way down. And then we'd probably need to do auto here, right? We'd have to go here, auto. And then we would have to have it so that there's no sort of padding. So it's always consistent. You know what I mean? There's just so many different scenarios here that we have to account for. Um, and yeah, actually, like grid stuff like this is actually like it's like funnily enough really hard to execute really really well. It takes like a lot of time just to kind of just like get the right aspect ratios, etc. Stuff like that. Um, but yeah, this is like a good start. Sorry guys, I can't like fully finish this. It's a big undertaking, but we have like a good design. Maybe what I can do is like I'll share the Figma, and it'd be really cool that if someone can actually like implement this via CSS, um, like as close to this as possible and keeping the same aspect ratios, etc. I challenge you guys to kind of do this. I think this would probably take me about like 2 hours fiddling around, because I'm also not like the best programmer, but I'll be wondering what you know if you guys can kind of do it for me. So that'd be awesome. Here, I'll link the Figma. Let me move it to the proper place. Can't let you guys edit it because then it's just going to charge. Anyone they can do. Okay, so I'm going to give this guys to you. So this will be my start, and I'm not sure if I can hand this over to you, Ropads, and then you can kind of merge the changes, and then someone from there can like edit or something like that. I'm not sure. But I hopefully this workshop was good. I think the main part is that when you're designing or anything like that, you're not being too just precious with your designs or coding at the beginning, just ripping through, taking inspiration from different places, and then over time it'll start to develop into its own unique thing. So yeah, thank you guys.
Hey, Shajal. Thank you so much for that detailed session. I'll definitely incorporate your changes into the repo that we already have. Feel free to like send over the code that you have, and I'll make those changes. And we'll keep you posted on whenever someone gets the dream UI you are looking for. But really appreciate you taking the time and waiting much longer. And the same goes for all of you guys. Thank you. I know this workshop went quite a bit longer, but really exciting to see so many people still stick around. Um, like I found it really interesting just watching your process. Like you were just clicking left and right on Figma, and I do like one click per like 5 seconds or something on Figma.
Right. Yeah.
But yes, and I know we're at time, so maybe Jaja, you can join our Arweave India Discord, and I'll hand you a mentor role. And you guys, any design support you'll need, you can like reach out to him, and he can answer your questions whenever he's around, perhaps.
Yeah, of course. Sounds great.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for attending. The recordings will be posted for anyone to follow along later. And yeah, I'll see you all around.
All right, see ya.
Bye.